Hey guys, welcome back. It's your girl Katie here, and today's video is going to be my Shop My Stash for the month of July. Now, how I normally do these videos is I will take you guys along with me as I pick out the products, and then after that, I'll do a trying on of everything on my face. So that is what I'm going to be doing today, so let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so first up is of course our eyeshadow palette, and the eyeshadow palette for this month is the Wild Nothing palette by ColourPop. Here is what it looks like. Very neutral, but it does have like a pop of green and like orangey kind of shades. So I'm pretty excited to use this one for this month. Alright, so I have changed my storage around a lot. So first up I'm going to pick a setting spray, and I already know which one I want because I just got this one. This is the Ciate London Watermelon Burst Setting Spray. I got this in a FabFitFun box, so I want to try this one out. Now I'm going to move on to my foundation, and again, I already know which one I want to use. I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator foundation here. Alright, and then we're going to move on down. Alright, so in this first drawer are my lip products. I have now moved them into here. So for gloss, I want to pull this Catrice Liquid Lip Balm. Although it's not technically a gloss, I think it kind of is, so I'm going to pull that one. Then over here, I don't know, I'm going to pull this Carter Beauty one. This Carter Beauty in the shade Adele. So I'm going to pull that one. Going very neutral this month. Then I'm going to pull these two ColourPop Sailor Moon lipsticks in the shade Bunhead and Usagi. If you guys hear noise in the background, my dog's in my room and it is raining and thundering right now, so you may hear a little bit of that. So, I'm not going to change setting powders because I'm trying to use up the one I'm using right now. I'm not going to change brow products either. I will change up my concealer for this month, and I'm going to pull this ColourPop one. I'm going to pull this ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Concealer here. And then for mascara, I'm going to pull this Complex Culture mascara. This is the Executive Level Mascara. Alright, so normally I would go down and pick out a blush, bronzer, and a highlighter, but this time I'm going to start switching out between single products like my single highlighters, blushes, and bronzers, and face palettes. So I'm going to choose a face palette this month. And I'm just going to, my face palettes are all the way down here, so I don't think you guys are going to be able to see them because my tripod is too big, so I'm just going to pull one and I'll show it to you. So I'm going to choose this Too Faced Natural Face Palette. I don't think I've ever used this. So here's what it looks like on the inside. I'm pretty excited to try this one out. Alright, so that's going to do it for here, so let's go on into the trying on part now. Alright, so now that I have all the products picked out, let's go ahead and try everything on my face now. So I'm going to go ahead and start with foundation first. I don't use primer, I just use moisturizer. I've been using the same one for a while now. This is the M Greengrass CBD Head to Toe Moisturizer. I got it in a box and I've just been using it up. And so I'm just going to go straight in with foundation, and of course the one that I picked was Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. So I have mine in the shade Fair. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this already, but if you hear a bunch of noise in the background, my dog is in the room with me, and it is pouring down right now, and it's thundering, so you may hear some background noise. So alright, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I've used this foundation, I think, maybe once before. Honestly, guys, I can't remember. When I do Shop My Stashes, I try to make sure I'm rotating my makeup, but I may pull duplicates and just forget that I used it. So, how's everyone doing? I feel like I haven't done a makeup video in a while, like one where I'm sitting down doing my makeup. I just finished doing my collection videos. I may film one more, not sure yet. And of course, I've been doing my unboxings from subscription boxes, so I haven't really like sat down in front of the camera and played with makeup. So how's everyone doing? It is now July, which is crazy because I feel like this year is definitely flying by. So yeah, this year is definitely flying by. Getting ready for 4th of July. What is everyone's 4th of July plans? I think I'm going to go see some family, maybe see some fireworks. Not sure yet. But I will say, here in Oklahoma, it has been raining a lot. I don't think I remember having so much rain. And, you know, rain's good, and I'm not really complaining, but it just seems like it's a lot at once. And I've mentioned this before, but I've been trying to garden, like my first time gardening, and it's not going so well because of how much rain. Like, I don't know, when we have so much rain, I think it almost overwaters my plants, and then they're not growing as well. So this year is definitely a year that I'm learning a lot. So I don't really expect to see that much. Like, I don't expect to harvest a lot because the plants are just struggling to grow right now because not enough sunshine and too much water. So this foundation is supposed to be either, you can either make it sheer to medium coverage, and I definitely will say it is very light, but that is okay. I'm not having too bad of a skin day today, so I don't really need a ton of coverage. But it says you can build it up. And I would say that, yeah, you can only probably build this up to about a medium coverage, not full coverage. But it doesn't seem to be drying me out, which is good. It clings to a couple of dry areas, just a smidge, but really not that bad. Alright, so foundation is on, so moving on to concealer, ColourPop Pretty Fresh in the shade Fair. 'Cause your girl's a fair girl. I wouldn't say I'm the fairest of them all, but I am pretty fair skinned. Alright. So I don't know if you can really tell from my background. I'm sure that you've noticed that it changed a little bit. But I'm actually in a new room right now. And this will probably be my permanent room. I hope never to have to move rooms again. My husband did do some remodeling in this room, so that's why I had to move out into another room, is because he was remodeling this one, and it is now finished. I didn't film the process of it just because, I don't know, I just didn't want to. But I'm pretty happy with how this room is now. I got some new storage, just been kind of organizing for my makeup, and I would call this room now my studio room, I guess. But it's not just for YouTube. I actually have my crafting stuff in here now too, so it's like my craft room now too. So I'm pretty happy having like a room that all my stuff can be in, crafting wise and YouTube wise. This concealer definitely brightened up my face, maybe a little more than I wanted. I think I should have gone in a little lighter handed. I've used it before, but I didn't remember it being this much coverage, so I should have gone in a little lighter handed, but that's okay. Once I get bronzer and everything on it, it'll look better. Plus, I think my ring light might be a little too... There. It was up a little high. Yeah, because I want to say I didn't look that crazy in the mirror, but I think my ring light was just a little too high. On too high. Alright, so products that I didn't end up switching out was the brow product that I used, and that was the Real Her Definer Brow Pencil. I kind of want to use it up. It's a good product and I like using it. So, I don't know. Sometimes with products, I'm just like, I just want to use it up. And another thing I didn't switch out was the Airspun Loose Setting Powder. I do really like this one a lot, but it is really... I bought it a while back, so it's one of my older powders, so I'm really trying to focus on using it down before I'm going to have to toss it. I've used it a lot, but it's just so much powder, which I'm glad. It's just, when you have other products, I feel bad if things go to waste, so I'm really trying to use this one down. So I'm just going to go ahead and set my face, and then I'll do my brows. So I may just talk a little bit while I'm doing this because, like I said, this is products that I used last month, so nothing new. Oof, too much. This is a really good powder, though, and it's pretty inexpensive. I can't remember exactly the price, but I know it's under $10. And with how much you get, it'll last you a while. Should I zoom you guys in? Do you guys want to be zoomed in a little bit? I'll zoom you guys in a little bit, even though I'm not really doing any detailed work right now. But I think I'm actually going to do kind of like a I don't know if it's a Q&A or just kind of get to know me tag, because I did do one of those like in the beginning of my channel a long time ago, kind of a get to know me video, but I feel like my channel has grown since then, so I feel like it's time to redo that video because some of you guys may not know much about me and may want to know more about me, or maybe you don't, I don't know. So I'm thinking about doing that. Let me know down in the comments if you do want to see a video like that, just kind of like a get to know me video. And if you do, I think I'm going to do some random questions, just like kind of like your basic questions. But if you guys want to ask me questions, you can comment down below any questions that you may have, anything you may have been curious about me. Yeah, just comment down below and I will answer those questions if I decide to do the video. But yeah, let me know your opinion down there, because I am curious. Because I don't want to just assume, oh, you guys want to get to know me. But at the same time, I know with my favorite YouTubers or people that I like watching, I do like to know them a little bit. You know, not just, I don't know, just get to know them. For me personally, I like doing that. But so I always like it whenever people do life updates or things, or just kind of, I don't know, letting the viewers know a little bit about them. I enjoy that, but maybe I'm weird. Let me know if you guys feel the same way, or maybe you're just like, no, I'm just here for the makeup and the makeup only. Because I am curious. Alright, brows are all done, so now moving on to the face palette. This month is the Too Faced Natural Face Palette. I'm just going to go ahead and go in with the bronzer. This one over here, which is called Sunny Honey. I don't think I'm going to dip into this one because I did swatch this earlier, and the shade's just kind of more shimmery, and I really don't like shimmery bronzers. I don't mind a little bit of like a sheer to them or something like a sheen, but I typically don't like glittery or shiny bronzers. I prefer more of the matte. So I'm just going to go in. Hopefully this won't look too orangey on me, but we will see. I am going to start, I think, since I've already done my makeup collection videos, I'm going to start just doing tutorials now, like on just palettes, like eyeshadow palettes, because I do have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. So I think I'm just going to start going through my collection and just doing tutorials based on like one palette, because I do want to start doing that. But is that something that you guys are interested in seeing? Hope this doesn't look bad on camera. I always like get nervous trying out a new bronzer on camera, because sometimes in person it looks fine, but then when I review the footage, I'm like, that bronzer does not look good. Because sometimes I go heavy-handed. I think it looks okay, but in person it looks good. I have been, like, recently, I have been going in, and especially one of the reasons why I really like this powder is I go in now and kind of clean up the bronzer. Because I notice I have a habit of bringing it down too low. I'm not baking, but I am cleaning it up. If you guys hear noise, my dog's snoring in the background. And then I just come in and wipe it off. I don't know, I think it just kind of makes it look a little better. Alright, now for the blush. I don't know, I'll probably just mix the two blushes, honestly. Because I like the look of both of them, so I'm just going to mix them. There's a ton of pickup, though. I feel like I put too much bronzer on this side, but I can't tell because I can't see very well in the viewfinder that's on this side. Oh well. Your girl's not perfect. I do really like the blush though. I like mixing them. Alright, and then on to the highlighter. I think I can only, I don't know, I might be able to use, I feel like I can only use this one down here called Satin Sheets. I think this one may be a smidge too dark for me, so I'm just going to try the bottom one. It's a very pretty highlighter, very blinding. It's almost a little too golden-y for me, but it's not bad. I feel like in person it kind of leaves like a yellowy cast on my face. Maybe I should have gone in with a little lighter hand. But it's very blinding, but I can see yellow. So it's not my favorite highlighter, but maybe if I'd mix the two. Next time I'll try mixing the two when I use this. And see if that kind of gives a better shade. Alright, so face is basically done when it comes to the face products. So now I'm going to move on to the palette. So Wild Nothing. I'm just going to come up with a look real quick. So I'm just going to go into Vega Bound, this like tan shade over here, and use this as my transition shade. I think I've only used this palette once since I've gotten it. Just because I do these shop my stashes, and unless it comes in a BoxyCharm or something, I don't usually try out other palettes because I dedicate that whole month to this one palette to really help me decide whether or not it's one I really like, one I want to keep in my collection. Because I honestly don't wear a ton of makeup like every day. I really only wear a lot of makeup when it comes to filming videos and things. I mean, occasionally I will wear makeup out into town or something, but honestly it's just been so humid and hot lately that I just don't want to wear any makeup because it's just so hot and I don't want to be like sweating and my makeup being sweating away, so. But I honestly stay home a lot. Like, I go out maybe once or twice a week. That's usually like on my normal weeks. Maybe occasionally I'll go out a lot, but I don't really wear a ton of makeup out. Not like a full face. Maybe I'll wear mascara, a lip gloss, or like eyeliner. But like a full face of makeup is mostly when I sit down and chat with you guys. But like I said, I do want to start doing tutorials on dedicated like tutorials to each palette that I own, so I'll be trying out a lot more palettes that way. Alright, so far this shade is blending really well. I like light tan shades as my transition shade. I don't know why, but I just do. So I think I'm just going to take the next one, Come Together, this darker one, and just kind of lay that on top. There is a little bit of kick up in this palette, but not too bad. I'm kind of focusing more in the crease with this shade, kind of deepening up the crease a bit. Alright, then with a smaller brush, I'm going to go into the No Bounds shade over here and deepen up my corner, my outer corner with this shade. Alright, now I think I'm going to go into Spirited, this very like kind of golden shade. I feel like if I had a signature look, this would basically be it. It's not as golden-y as I thought it would be. It's very pretty though. I feel like this shade is very like glittery looking and not so well pigmented. Like it's not pigmented, it's just I'm having to pack it on there a lot. I feel like it's more of a sheer shade, so if I layered down something else underneath it, I think it would have made it more poppy. Like it would have popped more. But I can build it up. Now I'm going to do my bottom lash line. Only using the mattes that I used. So I'm going to do my eyeliner and everything else off camera, and then I'll be back to try out the last two products, which is the mascara and the setting spray. Alright, so one more thing in this palette. I'm going to pick this shade over here and use this one to kind of put in my inner corners, because I do like to have an inner corner highlight. See if I can even pick it up. Sometimes shimmer shades just really don't pick up well, so I'm just going to use my fingertip. There we go. Yeah, I do feel like these, at least the two that I just used today, are a little more shimmery than I typically like. Like glittery. They're glittery. Like I can see the chunks of glitter. Alright, so that's going to do it for the eyeshadow part. Now I'm going to move on to the mascara using the Complex Culture mascara. Oh, I also forgot that I need to try one of the lip products too. Forgot about that. So I have technically 2 more after this to try. There we go. This mascara is okay. I mean, I really don't have any complaints about it. I do really like the wand. It's one of those, I don't know, I like these types of wands. I'll show it to you guys. I don't know, it's more bristles and not like plasticky silicone ones. I feel like those always get like really clogged up. But it's not really doing like a ton for my lashes though. Like, it's on there, but it's not like really volumizing them, at least not in my opinion. Alright. I think for lips I'm going to use the Carter Beauty lipstick in the shade Adele. Oh, I forgot how pink this one was. It's still pretty though. Maybe I'll combo it. I'll put that one on and then I'll go in with the Catrice Lip Balm. Yeah. I like that better. It kind of tamed down the pink, not as bright pink. Alright, and then last but not least is the setting spray. Oh yeah, it's a very nice mister. And best part about that spray is that it smells like watermelons. Alrighty guys, and there you go. Here is the completed look. I'm pretty happy with the look I created today. Very simple, kind of neutral, I could definitely see myself wearing this kind of like as an everyday look if I wore makeup every day. But like, I could definitely see this as my go-to look if I were to go out, maybe go hang out with some friends, go see a family or something like that. Maybe even for 4th of July, I'll wear this look right here because it is very simple and like, I don't know, it's just very pretty. I like it. And I actually didn't think I was going to like that lip color because it was very pink, but I did like the fact that I put that Catrice liquid lip balm on top and it kind of made it more of a muted pink. I don't know, is it still really bright pink? I feel like it made it look a little different. Maybe it's just because it's glossy now and that lipstick is a matte, which I didn't really pay attention to. It's a velvet matte, but it was a matte. I don't know, this is like definitely kind of like a summery look in my opinion. Maybe not, maybe, I don't know. I feel like everyone thinks that summery looks are like very bold, like bright colors, and that can be, but for me personally, this is something that I see is kind of more like a summery look. But yeah, like I said, there you go. I feel like I say this every time, but I'm happy with the products that I picked this month. I mean, it's in my collection, so I like everything that's in my collection. Because it's my collection, the ones that I picked, so I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of biased when it comes to the products that I picked. But I do really enjoy what I tried or what I used today. The foundation worked really well. It's not full coverage, definitely not. So if you're someone that has like a lot of pimples and stuff, I don't think that foundation would do a really good job covering it up because I did have to go in with the concealer and kind of conceal some areas, but they're kind of peeking through still, which that technically doesn't bug me. I don't know, I feel like it makes my face look more a little on the natural side if you can see a little bit peeking through, but not like full-blown red. So I did like those two. The palette I think is really pretty. Very, very basic though. Like, I can't see myself coming up with a ton of looks using this because I'm limited with the shades. It's a very neutral palette. I'm kind of excited to use this orangey one here and then this green one. I'll definitely try those two out the next time I use this palette. But the one that I came up with today would probably be my go-to look because it's very neutral, just like how I like it. Yeah, mascara is good. It didn't really volumize that much, but I don't really like big lashes on me personally. I just need something to lengthen them, and it did do that. And the setting spray seemed to work fine. I don't know how well it's gonna actually set my face because I probably won't keep this on for much longer, but it felt good and it smelled great. I did really like the palette. I really like the blushes, especially. Those are probably my favorite too. The bronzer is nice, and I don't think it makes me look too orangey. I just have to go in light-handed. And the highlighter is very beaming. It's just a little too golden in my opinion. So I'm going to try mixing these two next time. Maybe this one, since it's kind of more like cool tone looking, maybe it'll kind of tone down that really bright yellowy color. But yeah, that is going to do it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you like seeing these types of videos. And also, let me know down in the comments what you thought of my picks this month. And if any of these are in your collection or your favorites, let me know down in the comments. I love chatting with you guys down there. And also, by the time you guys see this, 4th of July will be already come and gone. So happy 4th of July to everyone. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!